Good morning. It's Tia Fagan, Conscious Parent Coach, coming to you on Sunday, March 22nd. Sundays, I always do a post about self-care. And now more than ever, this is really important that you take the time to take care of yourself. What I'm hearing from a lot of people is that they are feeling fearful, overwhelmed, frustrated, not feeling supported by other members in their family, not knowing what to do with the kids, concerned about family members and friends who are not close to them, or even if they're close to them, they're not able to go visit them. So if we are so focused on the fear and we're so focused on the what ifs and the worries and the frustration, they're all valid feelings. I'm not saying don't feel them. What I am saying is actually feel them. Feel those fears, feel those concerns, feel those frustrations, but focus on them. And that's a part of self-care, is honoring all of our feelings, because that's all they are, feelings. I don't believe in negative feelings or positive feelings. They're just feelings. It's taken me a while to get there in my practice, and I still fall into the fear and the negative feeling thought, particularly lately. But what I do notice is when I'm starting to feel fearful, I read an article about what this could look for my family or people that I care about. I sit with it. I sit with that fear. I notice where it's showing up in my body. Oftentimes I notice it in my chest area. The last place and the first place often for me personally is it shows up in my throat area, my throat chakra. So when I can tap into where I am feeling this emotion physically in my body, that is a part of self-care. So I'd like you today, when you start to feel frustrated, or over the next week, or whenever you watch this video, if you're feeling frustrated, fearful, upset, worried, overwhelmed, abandoned, whatever that feeling is for you, pause. Take a deep breath. Exhale longer than your inhale. That helps quiet your nervous system. So let's do that right now. We're going to inhale for 3, and exhale for 7. 1, 2. And do that again. What do you notice? You may still notice the feeling in your body, or maybe you haven't been able to connect it to a physical sensation in your body, but you have connected it to your thoughts. You notice the thought, you notice the fear, the frustration, the worry, the concern, the overwhelm. Notice it, feel it, and return to that breath. Breathe into the area of your body where you may feel that tightness, that burning, whatever it is for you, and release it. Because the more we can actually feel whatever feeling is coming up for us and not attach a lot of thoughts to it, the easier it can move through our body. So for example, for me, I read an article last night of what it actually can feel like. It was written by a doctor, and what it was like to witness a patient actually having to be on the ventilator with COVID-19. And it was quite disheartening and fearful, and to imagine that distress for the patient and for the physician and the nurses and all the other medical professionals supporting that patient. And I caught myself going into fear and worry. And what would that be like if it were my child or someone I cared or loved about, or myself? But I was able to catch that fear. It was there for a little while, but then I sat with it. I did what I just talked about. I noticed where it was showing up in my body. I helped myself breathe with a longer exhale. And slowly I felt it dissipate. The tightness in my chest started to relax. I even felt it almost moving out through my body into the earth. The last place, like I said, for me, for it to leave was in my throat. It was just a tightening in my throat. And as I kept breathing, it started to relax. Now, does that mean that I still don't have that worry or that concern? It's still there, but it doesn't take over. It's not taking over my thoughts. It's not taking over everything. It can come and I can release it like a passing cloud. Because it's still coming back. It came back this morning. It actually just came back as I'm talking to you right now. But I noticed it. And I noticed a little tightness here. And as I'm talking to you, I honored it and I released it. Again, this is not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's practice. You're not alone. I'm here to support you. I'm doing coffee chats on Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Time. Just comment below and I can share the link with you. I may be adding more as we walk through these days and weeks together. I'm here to support you. There are many others who are here to support you. I work with some amazing colleagues, and I'm happy to connect you with them as well. But let's keep in touch and remember to do your self-care. And today we talked about breathing and honoring and noticing our feelings physically and in our thoughts and releasing them. Because the calmer and the more balanced we are. So I'm not saying don't have those thoughts. It's a both and. We can have them and we can release them and return to the present moment. We can do this together. Join me on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. I hope to see you there. We can talk about this. We can talk about what's showing up for you, or we can just laugh and talk about the weather or anything. It doesn't matter. There's no agenda for these calls other than connection and talking and seeing others who are all going through similar things. Have a good Sunday. Do something for yourself today. Okay?